Welcome back, everybody. We're back with a much needed update on the Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP. We're going to talk about the possibility of future funding, forgiveness, of course, around 2020 applicants, 2021 applicants for Draw 1 and Draw 2. So share this video with everybody you know inside the Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP program, whether they were in Draw 1 or Draw 2, of course, because we got a lot of great things to cover, so much inside this video. So let's get you guys all caught up. Welcome back, everybody. I'm back today with that lineup on the Paycheck Protection Program, or as you know it as the PPP program. We're going to talk about the fast lane Draw 2 through Womply. We're going to cover some items around forgiveness from 2021 applicants and 2020 applicants for the Draw 1s and Draw 2s. And finally, we're going to touch in on funding updates, all right? By the way, if you have not met me before, my name is Edward Bilder. I'm a financial educator, and I teach you the tricks of passive income. That means you earn money while you're at home sleeping, okay? Guys, remember, never trust any of the comment scammers that are on these videos. They copy my name, they copy my face, and they try and trick you into thinking you're speaking to me, sending you over to these fake SBA agents on Instagram. They are just scammers, and they want to steal your money. Never trust them, all right? I am verified through the comments. I do answer comments through YouTube, and I am verified. You could also go through the trusted links found in the description. I want to start out today with Womply, the Draw 2s in the fast lane, because there have been those emails that have been going out that is basically highlighting that this will not happen as a result of the Paycheck Protection Program running out of funding and running out of time, all right? A couple milestones that we know. The processing ended on June 30th. That means nothing is happening at the SBA right now in terms of processing anything related to the Paycheck Protection Program. Now the PPPLF, that is basically the Federal Reserve, that has extended out until July 31st to keep funds moving behind the scenes. So if you did get processed within the June 30th deadline, there is some lag in there between the processing hitting the bank and then the bank hitting the funds from the Federal Reserve over to you, all right? So there is the potential that you do see that. Now, if you did receive that email from a Womply Draw 2, this would mean that you will not be receiving any funding. I know this creates crazy frustration because so many of you went through the fast lane process thinking you could get Draw 1 and Draw 2 simultaneously all at the same time and everything would just flow into your bank. But with funds run out and the timing run out, this will most likely not happen. Now let me know in the comments if you are still seeing any funding through Womply Draw 2 Fastlane or any of the processing out there from any of the banks. Let us know if you're seeing any funding hitting your bank today. Now I know this could be very frustrating if you were expecting your funds, but if you are looking for a quick win on revenue streams and you need to grab yourself extra passive income, you could check out my crash course found right now in the description, and you can start earning today an extra $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. You actually cash flow in 3 business days, and you don't have to own the real estate to do this. You can start with $50. Sign up for my crash course found in the description. You use Airbnb, you use real estate that you don't own, and that crash course is on a mega sale right now at $150. It's greater than half off because I'm trying to help everybody out there fight inflation. Now is the time that you definitely need to have yourself extra funds sitting around so that you can have that discretionary fund when everything starts to continue to climb through inflation, all right? You guys could also find my Zoom calls on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you want to learn how you could partner with me and my current B&Bs. Check me out on Instagram, send me a message over there, and join my Zoom calls. Get yourselves on that list. Okay, I want to shift over and I want to talk about forgiveness here real quick before we do the funding update because, man, I have so many questions coming into the channel around forgiveness. Now, if you were in Draw 1 of 2020, this was last year's Draw 1, yes, apply now, okay? Now would be a great time to get yourself out there and apply. And you have to do this through the lenders, not through the SBA. The lender will actually send you an email telling you, hey, now is the time to apply for forgiveness. You're eligible now. Get yourself in the queue here and start the processing. It's a one-pager for everybody who is under $150,000 borrowed through the Paycheck Protection Program to get that forgiveness. It's actually a pretty simple form to fill out. They do have some other simple forms for if you're over $150,000, but it does have the potential to ask for additional questions. Now, just because it's a one-pager doesn't mean that the bank may not ask you for more information, because the bank itself needs to keep some info on file in the event that the SBA decides to audit something. They would basically go to the bank and say, hey, I need to audit this person's PPP or this small business's PPP, and then they start to pull the information out. versus having to call you up again to receive that information and then have that process drawn out. All right. Now, payments will start for everybody inside of 2021 Draw 1 will start 10 months after the elected covered period, and you get to elect either 8 weeks or 24 weeks. So just take 8 weeks plus 10 months from the day the funding hits your bank account, or 24 weeks plus 10 months from the day that the funds hit your bank account, and that will be the day that you have to start making payments. So it's best to get yourselves onto the forgiveness list right now, get into the queue, get this thing eliminated. All right. Now, Draw 2 applicants and all the Draw 1 applicants from 2021, it may be a little bit soon for you to apply for forgiveness, primarily because you have that 8 or 24 weeks plus 10 months on top of it. All right. So some banks are not even opening the opportunity for you to go and apply if you're in 2021 and you received your funds for forgiveness. Now, some banks did open this up as early as July, but not all banks are processing this right now. All right, so stand by. I will make sure that you are all fully aware of when these banks start to open up more and more so that you guys can get yourselves into the queue for forgiveness if you're from 2021 as an applicant. Okay, let's shift over to a very frustrating, I know so many people are frustrated about this, the funding updates, all right, because there have been 2 bills that were proposed when the Paycheck Protection Program was still active and still funding and there was money available, and they have not been discussed from any of the supporting sponsors in weeks. All right, we're talking weeks and weeks and weeks. Do they want us to just basically forget? Okay, I think they do. Now, they originally offered retroactive PPP. This was a huge one because the rules changed midway through PPP number 2. The rules changed where you can now use your gross income for Schedule C filers versus your net income. And this meant the difference of tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, it was a huge difference for many small businesses out there because their net numbers were quite small compared to their gross numbers. And bill number 1 was to use the original funding that was available to just simply open up the opportunity for them to get the balance of that. Has that also been forgotten about? It seems like it, and I want all the viewers right now who are checking in for hashtag RetroPPP to drop a comment in this video to remind all of our favorite congressmen and women that we didn't forget on our side and that you've committed to us that you are looking to get us this retroactive PPP. So drop a message down below. Now, bill number 2, that was to write a blank check for everybody who was in the queue with the SBA on or before May the 4th when all of the funding dried up. It was like, hey, let's write a blank check. There's all these people left waiting in line. They made it to the SBA, but we just ran out of funding. Let's fund them at least, all right? Now, this did not cover anybody that was sitting in the queue with any of the fintechs or any of the banks that had not yet reached the SBA. And we know that there are millions of applicants out there who are in this similar situation, all right? Now, with that blank check, it also opened up the opportunity for $5 billion to be reserved for women, veterans, and minorities, sending $5 billion just allocated to them only. Now, this criteria has raised some major class action lawsuits with other programs that are out there, and it may not be a viable path forward for the future. If this bill does get revised, I'd be interested to know if that women, veterans, and minorities is still left in there or not, all right? Now, let me know in the comments if you support bill number 1, bill number 2. How about we go at bill number 3, and this is to actually just send additional funding over to the Paycheck Protection Program because 5 months of payroll was just simply not enough to cover the 15 months of the pandemic. Additional funding going over to that program would be a fantastic opportunity for everybody out there waiting in the queues, waiting with the SBA, and learning of the program for the first time. Leave me a message in the comments if you actually support my bill number 3. That needs to be wrote as soon as possible. So it's obvious we need big changes here with the Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP program. I know it's a very frustrating thing to talk about. So many of you are upset about this and just simply walking away from it. So let me know in the comments if you do support the future funding, and also let me know in the comments if you found yourself funded for the Paycheck Protection Program after June the 30th. Let us know so we can help out others here on the channel. Also, never forget, always tell me what type of business you're out there functioning in. I want to hear a piece of your life as well. You guys hear so much about my life, and I want to hear about each and every one of you that tunes into the channel. I have such loyal subscribers. You all are amazing. Don't forget, I'm going to have supporting upcoming content that's going to show you tricks and methods on how to use very simple automated social media tricks that you could grow your business. I'm talking, you just watch your revenue streams grow up. You set these things on autopilot, whether you're out there starting a business for the first time, or you're trying to recover from the pandemic, or you're a mature business. I have tricks up my sleeve that could show you automated techniques on how you could just basically grow your top line growth. All right. I also want to teach you guys to learn the tricks inside of passive income through royalties, the stock market, and real estate. And of course, Airbnb is one of my favorite methods of real estate. If you guys want to grab that crash course, it is found in the description. Remember, it's $150, mega sale. It's greater than half off. Take that $50 bill, start cash flowing in 3 business days, earning an extra $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. And when you want to repeat that process and scale it up to more and more funds, you just repeat the process and you keep doing it over and over again. Grow as large as you want. All right. Grab that crash course today in the description. It's $150. Super deal to help fight inflation. You guys are going to need extra funds sitting around, so today might be the day to join the course. All right. Don't forget, you could always partner with me. Find me on Instagram if you want to hear about my Zoom calls Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, before you leave, to grab your free stuff. You can get yourself free crypto, free stocks, and free sign-on bonuses through Webull, BlockFi, M1 Finance, and Robinhood, all found in the description. I actually taught my brother how to turn on these things on autopilot and start earning an extra $3,000 each and every month. You can find a video at the end of this video. Super simple to do. It requires nothing on your behalf. All right. That's going to do it for today, folks. I wish you all the best. Stay positive, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye for now.